and get ready to do this, and I'll give you
on a rainy night. The Forino Sports Complex, Bruce Badgley, Cary Moyer, incredible night for football, huh, Cary?
No, definitely, and just thrilled to be here. And again, always great hospitality here at Berks Catholic, and we've been here last couple seasons, done some great games, and two teams tonight we're both very familiar with. With Governor Mifflin and Berks Catholic, I've seen them both live, a few times this season, and excited for this one.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting game. Obviously, I think it's going to be pretty one-dimensional out there tonight, considering it's pouring down rain and 30-mile-an-hour winds. What do you expect?
Yeah, it was kind of like driving in and walking in. It's we're definitely not in Kansas anymore, Bruce.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have the window open here in the press box. I mean, typically, we're al fresco, but I think that there were 3 canopies that snapped, blew away, all day long here. I mean, Jake Latchmere, the athletic director at Berks Catholic, I mean, he's just done an incredible job to get this game, going here.
No, and yeah, I know it's getting. We're both at the day job and getting a couple updates from you during the day. The text of, we had a canopy set up. It's back over the bleachers, but again, it'll be great to see on this playing surface. We were here the first time that they played on this new AstroTurf that they had a couple seasons ago, and every game we've had here and the elements, really the turf has been great. So excited for this one tonight, and couple of fans starting to pour out into the bleachers now. I know there was quite a mosh pit over at the restroom facilities there pre-game, with everybody kind of huddled up. But we're pretty much getting ready to go. Teams are right out, and it's just about go time here, Bruce.
All right, getting ready for football. We're actually going to be crammed in here to the press box. I've tried to warn all these people in here that we've got a live mic, but I'm sure in the heat of battle here in the middle of these contests that we could have a few oohs and ahs. So just to let everybody know, this isn't our typical setup, but considering the weather conditions, we're just thankful that we have the opportunity. So anyway, getting ready for some football, and last year, I mean, Governor Mifflin and Berks Catholic faced off over in Shillington there, and Governor Mifflin dominated that game. They physically took it to Berks Catholic. What do you expect tonight?
Well, again, anytime these two teams get together, I know we've mentioned a couple times in the broadcast, going all the way back to, of course, Nick Singleton's, big-time player here in Pennsylvania, big-time player in the country, committed to Penn State. Going back to his first time we saw him on the high school field as a freshman was, in a scrimmage where BC was over at Mifflin, and, they kind of did the 10 and 10s back and forth series, and when they got to the point that they went, to down in distance, I mean, it just cranked up to being it was almost like it's the beginning of the season. It's already like it was playoff time for both of these teams. So both very passionate about football. Both these schools, both of them do a great job. And again, that's one of the things. I mean, obviously we've seen Mifflin just dominating people all year, but I talk about a lot with Berks Catholic. They'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. And just with navigating through the pandemic the last couple of seasons, some of the teams that they brought onto their schedule. Last year we were across Lancaster Avenue at the Mifflin game. It was kind of a doubleheader going on, and Berks Catholic was here at home against Harrisburg. So, and then we saw Mifflin get Harrisburg because of the pandemic this year. But both these teams wired the same as far as passion for football, and they're ready to just go and play at any time. And with Berks Catholic, the teams that we've seen come in here, from McDonough, just a state south from
Central
here.
Central
Dauphin, that knock them down, drag them out. Heavyweight fight we saw at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the season before, to bringing in the Malvern Preps of the world. So again, both these teams play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and we're just about ready for kickoff.
Yep, well, we'll get it switched around here. And we're ready for football. Amazing. We're going to open up our window here a little bit, gang. And thanks to everybody. Can you see okay?
Welcome to the Forino Sports Complex for tonight's matchup between the Mustangs High School in your Berks Catholic Saints. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise. Let us bow our heads and pray for God's blessing. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, send forth your grace upon all gathered for this game. Bless these players, coaches, and officials. Give them your guidance and protection, and allow your Spirit to reign in their hearts. And gracious Lord, when the game of life is over, may they win the most important victory, eternal life with you. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, Brett. Dive right in there. All right, getting situated here for the kickoff. Bruce Badgley, Cary Moyer, Brett Moyer. Incredible. Going to be interesting to see how we can get both sides there. But what do you think, Cary? It's actually gotten rather benign considering what we went through just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, still trying to kind of figure out if I want to be inside the box here, Bruce, or outside. And, it kind of slowed down there for a minute, but looks like starting to kick up a little bit again.
Yeah, Brett's just got to watch his feet because all of our video is, all of our audio's in there, so.
Back to receive for the Saints, number 11, Christian Cascioni. Number 20, Trace Brown. And number 31, JJ Jordan.
So the triplets of Brown, Jordan, and Caccioni back deep. That's Jackson Schools ready to kick off for Governor Mifflin.
Now and again, a lot of names that are familiar to folks around Berks County here, and names that we've been used to talking about both this season and over the course of a lot of these guys' high school careers.
Well, it's just incredible that we've got this broadcast on. Here's Jackson Schools, and off we go. Looks like that's Trace Brown. And he's got an opening! Trace Brown! Out to the 42-yard line, Cary. Just what they need. Good special teams plays.
Just trying to find the right spot to be able to watch and be able to talk here, Bruce. But no, again, great job by Trace Brown, and he's a name that we've called a lot over these last few seasons. Big hitter on defense, but he can be a playmaker in all three different phases of the game. And Mifflin's usually very sturdy with their special teams, but did give up a pretty decent return there.
Oh, Caccioni's hat met in the backfield. Trey Rock in there like a bullet to bring him down.
Yeah, two names that we call a lot. Again, Caccioni is a real weapon here in all phases of the game, especially here on offense for Berks Catholic. And Trey Rock has just impressed me. He impressed me last year. Again, he was kind of playing in the shadow guys like Brandon Strausser, who's up at Kutztown University now, and a lot of the other guys. But he was a big-time contributor last year. And
crossbuck action, really snuffed out by that Mifflin defense.
And Trey Rock has just done a great job of sticking people from his linebacker position all season long. So, again, Caccioni and Trey Rock there, be calling their names a lot. Kirshner also in on the action there for Mifflin.
So 3rd down and 10. Back to pass. Screen off there to Caccioni on the side, but sniffed out.
No, great job. They started out with one guy wide out up top, 2 guys in the backfield, little play action, and came down below here to our side with the screen. Great play concept, a great job by Governor Mifflin there, sticking it to him. And, Bruce, for you tonight, again, having these illuminated down markers at Berks Catholic, a huge plus. Brings up 4th down, and BC is going to punt.
So Givens now back to punt. And kicking it off to the side, and it's still in bounds and picked up by Governor Mifflin. That was Aiden Martin. Kind of a risky play there.
Risky, gutsy, yeah, that's a poison, get away from it, but avoided disaster. And Aiden Martin, a big-time player for Governor Mifflin as well. Earlier this season, got an offer from Temple. He's a big-time playmaker. Last year we had a game where he scored touchdowns 3 different ways, special teams, offense, and defense with a pick 6. But we'll see what Mifflin can do here. Again, I think you kind of talked about Bruce. We'll see both teams kind of keeping the ball on the ground a lot and see what Mifflin can do with their first drive.
Yeah, we're kind of in a high traffic area here. Again, at the entrance of the press box and then the upper press box, and a great run there on 1st down. Looked like that was Rock right up the middle.
Yeah, I kind of missed that with the Celtic sweatpants kind of walking in front of us there.
So 2nd and short for Governor Mifflin. It's Aiden Martin, and a beautiful play there by Trace Brown.
Yeah, great job there, kind of little old school look with Mifflin with their offense. And, penetration is one of those things, the number one killer of getting an offense going. That was a great job by BC, making that stick with the tackle for loss in the backfield.
Well, I tell you what, everybody working this game for the sidelines, the officials, the down marker people, even in the press box here, I mean, everybody's just soaked to the skin, with the exception of maybe Jason Guarente from, he's the only one that looks dry in this whole place, so.
Well, somebody has to be that guy, Bruce.
Yeah, that's right. All right, 3rd and 5 now for Mifflin. And off tackle, and very close to the 1st down. I believe that was Rock again, and he's got it.
Yeah, Rock's, he is a Rock. He's a Rock on defense, a linebacker. Great job, does a great job at fullback for Governor Mifflin. But, the thing that really stuck out to me there was that offensive line and the push that they got up front there. And just the drive blocking up front on that right side by Governor Mifflin was just outstanding on that play, and results in the 1st and 10 for Mifflin.
Yeah, that was Aiden Gallen that got that. It's kind of tough. I am limited to not have my binoculars tonight, but Gallen again off tackle.
So again, continuing getting positive yards. Rain is definitely getting a lot heavier again. It's kind of been back and forth here, but it's going to bring up a 2nd down, looking about 2nd and 6.
Well, glad to be bringing this game. I know maybe a couple of fans had some issues getting through our One portal. The game is out there on YouTube for anybody to search, so here's Singleton, his first carry, and he just bowls through for a buddy. And it's really coming down. I'm outside, I can tell you.
No, typical, what we've seen, as far as, just trying to get Nick Singleton off tackle there, a little pitch out to him, got some positive yards, but, regardless, nice job by BC not letting that turn into something bigger at the second level, and does bring up a 3rd down and about 2 here for Governor Mifflin. 7:36 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to see the scoreboard through there. Thanks for that, Cary. About 7:30 to go, and Mifflin now 3rd and short. They've got the first down. Looks like that's Rock. So Mifflin moving the chains on their opening drive of the game. Berks Catholic had a good kickoff return, good field position, but the Governor Mifflin defense held them, and now Mifflin on their first opening drive, moving the ball effectively, Cary.
Now moving upfield, getting the first downs, approaching midfield here. Again, 1st and 10, ball on Mifflin's own 44.
Good hard count there by Mifflin quarterback Eden Johnson draws Berks Catholic offside, so going to be 1st and 5.
No, nice job, 2-3 guys coming across there. 1st and 5, just about to the 49-yard line of Mifflin. Here in the first quarter, down to 7 minutes.
So Eden Johnson at quarterback. And that's Gallen again, and he's got the first down running hard. Man, those fullbacks have been tearing it up inside for Mifflin.
No, and again, just a nice job by the offensive line there. You can see they're just locking on and getting those dry blocks, and just, they're definitely winning the line of scrimmage on this series so far.
So another first down for Governor Mifflin. Ball's on the 45-yard line. And we've got 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Thanks for joining us here, SSP Network. Nick Singleton now. Boy, they trip him up after a short gain. I was talking to defensive coordinator Keith Leamer, before the game, asked him specifically, how do you stop a guy like Nick Singleton? And he said it's all about assignments. It's all about everybody understanding what they've got to do and playing together as a defense to stop him. And I can't disagree with that.
No, and with what you just said there, Bruce, one of the things I was talking about, how well it looks like the Governor Mifflin offensive line is doing, but again, just those run fits and those assignments and not having, because he just needs a little window of opportunity and he's gone.
Johnson, he's got some room and a first down for Governor Mifflin.
Johnson on the keeper.
It is just torrential out here right now.
It's a good thing you got your rain slicker on there, Bruce. But the thing with Governor Mifflin, we've seen some different looks as we've gone through the season. We've seen kind of by series the way that they're coming out formation-wise, or who's got the hot hand, different guys getting the ball. And also then there's times where they really kind of mix it up and spread the ball around like they've done so far this series.
Singleton. Oh, and he's tripped up. Nice play there by number 3, Marvin Armistead.
No, and again, putting it in perspective, BC's done a nice job so far here tonight. And again, to keep Nick Singleton at those 3, 4, 5-yard clips, couple plays in a row, that's always the challenge, because again, anytime he can take it to the house. .442 left here in the first quarter, no score. Again, Berks, if you're just joining us, Berks Catholic had a really nice return to open the game with Trace Brown. Could not capitalize on that field position and punt the ball away to Mifflin. And Mifflin's been driving, since it's only the second series of the game so far. Again, with the heavy rains here, both teams keeping the ball on the ground. 4:42 left here in the first quarter.
It's just incredible, the downpour right now. Incredible. Johnson. Gallen. And he rips through. Still going. Aiden Gallen. He is very close inside the 5-yard line. Aiden Gallen. Beautiful.
No, excellent job by him. Just a good hard run, keeping the feet going. Broke at least 2 tackles there. Got it down to, inside the 5. See where it's officially marked here. Maybe right at the 5. So we're looking at 1st and 5. So 1st and goal here. 2:24 left in the first quarter here at Berks Catholic hosting Governor Mifflin.
Yeah, Mifflin on the doorstep.
Just have to be careful of it. You got me in the middle, not to touch it.
All right, first and goal, Governor Mifflin, ball at the 9-yard line. Their opening drive of this game. And of course, it's Nick Singleton. He stays on his feet, and wow. Just another incredible effort.
No, and again, they were there. They had him. They could have had him stuck at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Singleton with his bounce. Keeping on his feet, getting outside, and as we've seen so many times in the last 4 seasons here, Nick Singleton, in the end zone. So, first touchdown of the night for both teams here. Nick Singleton for Governor Mifflin, PAT coming up.
Wow, Schools boots it through 7-0.
Now, and Schools has done a nice job all season long. It's been very consistent, and again, it's one of the things that we talk about being very fortunate, having a lot of great kickers in Berks County the last few years, and Schools is just continuing on with that tradition. But 4:15 left here in quarter number 1. Governor Mifflin, first score of the game, goes up on top 7-0 over the hosting Berks Catholic.
I mean, it has been first off, it's been a long time since I've seen it rain this hard. And I don't think I've ever seen it rain this hard at a football game.
Oh, come on, Bruce. I mean, let's go back to week 1 when everybody postponed their games. We were down in Millersville at Millersville University for that Penn Manor game. And, of course, we were under the nice roof there. But, again, I'd say probably, 90% of the teams at week 1 postponed their games to later. But we were... we got that one in, and during that game, looking up at the lights, there's a lot of times it kind of looked like it was snowing. That's kind of the effect we have here right now with how heavy it's raining. It kind of looks like it's snowing.
All right, Jackson Schools now. And that was Trace Brown again. Didn't get as much as the last time there, but I tell you what, this is just... I mean, AstroTurf Field or not, this is going to be pretty incredible.
I know that's where you were going with that one, Bruce. I saw you kind of trying to unball that ball of wires you have there with your microphone. I thought we're both kind of dancing in here tonight, moving back and forth, trying to find the best vantage.
Press box. But that's okay. We're playing her. There's Caccione around the sideline.
Caccione on the run for the Saints.
Nice job by Caccione there, getting some positive yards on the edge. And, that's got to be at least 3-4 times tonight that we've called that same combination. Caccione with the carry and Trey Rock on the tackle for Governor Mifflin. So I think we're going to need a squeegee here at some point, Bruce, to kind of clear the windows. But I think we're looking about 3:41 left here in the first quarter. Berks
that's why I'm coming outside so I can see, and that's up the middle. That's Hughes. And he's got the first down, Cary.
Yeah, nice job by Luke Hughes there, getting the first down.
Brought down by number 7, Braylon Stewart.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Your Nikes are kind of turned into water shoes there, Bruce. And
I'm glad that this is like a low voltage stuff, because I'd be at risk, I think, of electrocution here. All right, 1st and 10 now. Berks Catholic, ball's on the 35. And there's Jordan! J.J. Jordan! Big run down to the 36.
Now, and J.J. Jordan, one of those names that we've called in broadcast here over the course of the season. Big-time playmaker. We've seen him make some big plays, here at Berks Catholic this season. And again, that was a great one with getting a lot of positive yards, getting that first down, flipping the field, getting over into Mifflin territory here, and bringing up a 1st and 10 from about the 36 going in for Berks Catholic.
Hughes again, pulls his way.
44 Luke Hughes up the middle, brought down by number
Yeah, this is a nice drive by Berks Catholic. We saw Caccione getting the edge earlier. We saw, that last play before this one, Jordan, getting a lot of positive yards upfield, and Hughes has had some nice runs inside between the tackles. So, really nice job, by Berks Catholic here, getting positive yards on the ground against this very staunch Governor Mifflin defense. And again, we've had a lot of Mifflin games so far this year, and it's very typical for them to throw up 50 points on teams. But here as we're in the end of the first, we're
Gas calls the football. Something that I'd surprised we hadn't seen, earlier, but Gats just mishandled the snap. Caccione thankfully jumps on it, but. It'll be third down and long.
Really heads up play by Caccione getting on that ball there, avoiding disaster. And again, still the most important play in the game is the next one coming up, and we're looking at a third down now and about 14, 15 or so. So see what Berks Catholic dials up on this one.
Gats now. Inside handoff there to Caccione, and he goes down. He goes nowhere.
No, just with all the misdirection there, great job by Governor Mifflin, that defense kind of staying in their assignments. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we've seen every single snap from scrimmage on the ground so far, and that one not netting any yards and brings up a fourth down situation. We'll see the second punt of the night for Berks Catholic.
Johnson and number 10 Nick Singleton.
Oh, there's that. And it's still loose. Oh my gosh. This is really starting to get crazy now. Number 22 ended up with it for Governor Mifflin. That was Tyler Minnick, but wow. I mean, let's hope this doesn't turn into the Keystone Cops, Cary.
Yeah, a little fumble risk action there, Bruce. But really was the thing. It's like nobody could really get a handle on it. It didn't turn into Kenny Stabler kicking it 10 yards downfield type of thing. It just kept squirting out till finally we had somebody jump on top of it. But regardless, great job. With getting on top of the ball and turning over here. It's 1st and 10 from the 25. Mifflin going in.
And off tackle there, I believe that was, and a little extracurricular activity downfield.
You're okay. You're okay with that.
So I'm not entirely sure what the extracurriculars were there, Cary, but offsetting, so no harm, no foul, I guess. But
well, it's good when they get the, it takes two to tango, and of course sometimes the guy that starts it is not the guy that gets a flag for it, but been relatively flag free, and again we've seen both these schools again very passionate about the game of football, and certainly not afraid to step up to the opponents. But again, we're back to between the whistle football coming up here. Under a minute left to play. Clock's running down under 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Governor Mifflin up 7-0.
Here we go. Nick Singleton, and a nice play for the first. Nice run for the first down. I think that's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah. With the first down, I'll stop the clock here momentarily as they set the chain. So, Nick's got the ball about half a dozen times so far here in the first quarter. But again, he's not breaking off any of the big runs. He does have the game's lone touchdown, and 12.1 left on the clock here in the first quarter.
I mean, it is really raining. Not sure who's down on the field there. I mean, it is just incredible, the rain right now. What's that? I know. It's been a long time since I've seen, A, like I said, it rained this hard, and B, at a football game. I mean, that's just bad.
I think short-term memory or a couple week memory started. Bruce, I just said it was pouring week 1, but
well, you're not standing out in it. I am.
yeah, but I'm watching it. Like I said, you look up at the lights, it looks like it's snowing, Bruce.
And in for the score there.
Number 10, Nick Singleton on the run for the Mustangs and a touchdown.
So anyway, Nick Singleton in for the second Mifflin touchdown. Just as we wind down quarter number 1, 3.7 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, and Mifflin now out to a 13-0 lead over Berks Catholic. Jackson Schools snap. Oh, looks like we had a whistle.
Two scoring drives here for Governor Mifflin in the first quarter, both of them very just methodical, down the field, grinding and out types of drives.
So we're going to try this again. And I believe Mifflin's going to go for 2 with the penalty. So Johnson now. Oh! He's still on his feet. He's brought down, but not surprising that ball's squirting all over the place, that's for sure.
All right. Still have a couple ticks left here on the clock in the first quarter, but looks like we'll barring a kickoff return here for 6. Looks like we're going to end this first quarter at 13-0.
So yeah, I mean it's. I think the game started out pretty good. It kind of got a little bit sloppy here the latter part of the opening quarter, but Governor Mifflin, they've looked strong offensively. That's for sure.
No, and again on the flip side, though, positive for BC. Again, they've gave up those 2 scores and very grind them out types of drives by Governor Mifflin. But again, haven't seen Nick Singleton or anybody from Mifflin really, break off any real long runs. Again, it's been very just grinding it out down the field. But now, Bruce, I think this the field looks great here. I mean, considering some surfaces we see, and of course going back to your days and my playing days with the grass and the crown fields, and we talked about before.
To play on a grass field tonight.
I think one of the was playing and coaching and standing up to your knees in water on the sidelines.
So Schools, that looks like it's over to Trace Brown again. I tell you what, Mifflin, they get so charged up over there for special teams. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, it's important, part of the game. It's 1/3 of the game.
All right, little housekeeping there. So, yeah, Brett's got to stay pretty calm with his feet in there. So, doing a little housekeeping here. So, so that people can see. Nobody can see here. Thankfully, somebody brought some towels, a.k.a. me.
Oh, when you said we were going to be in the box, I left mine in the car, Bruce. But yeah, it's kind of like when you lose that defroster in your car and you're just there with the towel trying to wipe the windows. That's kind of the situation right now for us. But again, a squeegee may be helpful as well. But regardless, looking out just over top of our camera here, and I can watch it without the window.
So that's Jordan around the end. I tell you, he's been very effective to the outside, Cary.
No, and again, we've seen, said earlier, J.J. Jordan have some really big impact plays this season when we've done broadcasts. Did a nice job and had a big impact play in the run game, here earlier in the first quarter and starting off the second quarter with one. But, more importantly is, this is a big drive for Berks Catholic here. Got the first down there on the Mifflin side of the field. So 1st and 10 as we start the second quarter here, 11:48 left, and Berks Catholic on the Mifflin 49.
Right up the gut, that was Hughes.
Luke Hughes on the run for the Saints, brought down by number 2, Trey Rock.
Yep. So seeing a pretty stay diet of Hughes here, running between the tackles, and Trey Rock on the tackle again for Mifflin. So probably about half a dozen or so tackles for Trey Rock so far on the night. But Hughes, Caccione, and Jordan have been the primary guys getting the touches here tonight for Berks Catholic.
So we've got 11:10 remaining until halftime, and that's Caccione and a nice tackle there. That was Eden Johnson with the big hit on Caccione.
Yeah, no, Ian Johnson also plays quarterback. I've talked about it a lot, and having been around Berks Catholic, and the Governor Mifflin programs for a long time here, and looking at both of these teams, looking at teams across Berks County here the last few years, this defensive backfield for Governor Mifflin is pretty solid. Ian Johnson's a big part of that.
Gets to Jordan. Oh, and a big hit again by Johnson. Eden Johnson will really land the wood to everybody. Now, still a good game, but still brings up 4th down, Cary.
Now, we have some D-backs that can certainly stick here. Eden Johnson's come up big, these last 2 times. And again, talked earlier about Trace Brown for Berks Catholic, 2 of the big-time sticking DBs here in Berks County. 4th down. See what Berks Catholic dials up on this play.
And that's Caccione. He's got the first down. Nice play there.
Christian Caccione on the run for the Saints and a first down.
So the Saints just have to do a little bit more, with ball security. I know that's difficult to say on a night like this, Cary, but, they moved the ball. It was just a shame on that, last possession that they fumbled it away.
But again, that was a great job by Caccione, and I think it kind of talks a little bit about this playing surface too, because he was able to plan hard, turn up, and get north and south quickly and keep his footing.
And a flag.
So that time, handoff was intended for Caccione, coming off a left tackle. So 1st down, so we see what it is. Looks like it's going to be against Berks Catholic here. So 9:33 left in the second quarter. Governor Mifflin 13, Berks Catholic 0 here from Berks Catholic High School. And it is not only raining very hard, Bruce, but it's really, really dark. And of course, the scoreboard end zone, and that of course the tree line, but usually we can see all the way over across the field into the city of Ray and Pagoda. Can't really see any of that tonight. Can see a little bit over to our right, in Shillington, but that's about it.
Right up the gut, that's Luke Hughes.
Number 44, Luke Hughes.
I think got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 3, Johnson, and number 6, Jordan Kirshner.
So 2nd down and 10.
And thank you for all those who are joining us tonight. Again, these 2 schools just right across Lancaster Avenue from each other.
Oh, stopped cold that time. Boy, I tell you what, number 80 has been playing very well on defense tonight. Aiden Young has been playing very good. He was in on that stop. So 3rd down and 10, Cary. Not a good night to be throwing the ball, but might have to here.
Again, with these high school hashes, the ball's on the left hash. You got the wide side up top to the right. You can always try to get off tackle there.
Jordan. And squirts his way up to about the 20.
So again, like I said, having that wide side to the right, Jordan, got around the right side, off tackle, plays foot in the ground, turned it up, getting north and south, but does not look like enough, pretty short here, but 4th down, but, definitely with where they're at with field position, Berks Catholic is going to go for it here.
So 4th down and 4, big play here. Gats back to pass, out in the flat, wide open as Caccione down the sidelines.
No, great job, great execution, high percentage pass there. Again, one of your big-time playmakers, Caccione on space, nice little pitch and catch, gets positive yards, gets a 1st down, gets inside the red zone, and great drive so far here in the 2nd quarter for BC, and it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from about the 12.
So BC now threatening. Gats. That's Caccione again. He got bowled over. Eden Johnson again in there. Trey Rock. Man, they're all over the place tonight.
No, and, we call those two names a lot, and talk about as well the front 7 for Governor Mifflin's very staunch. Those D tackles that they have inside, they're definitely some space eaters, and they suck up a lot of blocks and really makes it a great situation for Rock and the other guys to make tackles.
Luke Hughes inside the 5.
Hughes up the middle for the Saints.
So Luke Hughes, a guy that we've seen that's been banging it inside the tackles, so far in the first half for BC. 6:31 left here in the 2nd quarter. Berks Catholic is knocking on the door.
I just don't see how you people can see through these press box windows, because I sure can't. So I'm standing out in this monsoon, and a timeout for Berks Catholic. I think a very important possession, Cary, that they punch it in.
No, definitely. It looks like we had a Mifflin, one of the big guys up front down, so he's getting off the field on his own power, which is always good to see. But your illuminated down marker, Bruce, shows a 3. So when we get back to the action here, we'll have 3rd down.
Yeah, big play here.
So
really, I think they're going for it. If they don't get it here.
Yeah, and when we started this drive here, this one was 1st and 10 from the 12. So we've have a 3rd and 1 from this 3 situation here, so they can get the 1st down without scoring.
Gats now under center. And around the end, cutting up. That was Caccione. And there is Eden Johnson again. He's been an animal out there tonight, coming up and making tackles.
No, really, Trey Rock seemed to be the tackle machine in the 1st quarter, and Eden Johnson has been kind of the tackle machine so far here for Governor Mifflin in the 2nd quarter. 5:44 left here in the 2nd quarter. Brings up a 4th down, 4th and 1 from the 3 for Berks Catholic.
Well, big play here, obviously. 4th down and 1, ball on the 5-yard line, and a timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was really run down there, Bruce, and got down to 2-1. That's when we heard the whistles there. That was a good use of a timeout instead of taking a penalty. When you're in such a great situation, field position like that, again, 4th and 1, and you can still get the 1st down without scoring. good use of a timeout there.
Yeah, any questions at all? I mean, important there. And obviously you don't want to go into a halftime with the timeouts in your pocket when, and a perfect time to call one. But Governor Mifflin, I tell you what, on defense, Eden Johnson has been making a lot of tackles. That's really not a good sign either. I mean, Berks Catholic done well on this drive, moving the ball up the field.
Yeah, and again, when you talk about that, with D-backs making tackles, but, part of it is, too, with the conditions tonight, you're not really worried about getting anybody getting deep on you pass-wise. Gives those guys a little bit of, the liberty to just come up hard and not being worried about getting burned over the top.
Gats now, under center. He's going to throw the football, and it is knocked away. I believe that was Aiden Martin, and it was, with a beautiful defensive play there. And so Mifflin takes over on downs at the 5-yard line.
So again, Abe Martin, talked about him a little bit earlier. Again, he's one of the guys that's part of that, defensive backfield for Governor Mifflin, who is, probably one of the best, if not the best, that as a group that I've seen here in Berks County so far. So again, 4th and 1, they had a little bit of a success with a high percentage pass before. That one didn't quite work out. So. But again, you can second guess it all day long. It is what it is, and it's going to be a turnover on downs here. So Mifflin 1st and 10 from their own 3, 5:16 left in the second quarter.
Deep in the zone, they fumble the football. Picked it up and just squeezed it out. Looks like just across the 5-yard line. We're kind of squinting here because we can't see through the windows, and just wanted to actually make sure that my microphone was working to watch a little bit of the broadcast. So it's awful wet, I can tell you that. I mean, awful wet. We've never used these microphones under these kind of conditions, I can tell you that. A lot of so McNeil in at quarterback, hands to Rock with a good run.
Seems as though the Berks Catholic cheerleaders are enjoying their time out here in the rain. 4:19 left, 4:18, 4:17 in the second quarter. Governor Mifflin 13 and Berks Catholic 0.
And a timeout. Governor Mifflin has such, and Coach Jeff Lang, such a, valuable asset in having really two quarterbacks that they can put in there, both very capable, and really keeps, I think, their opponent off balance when you do that, right, Cary?
No, and we talked about early in the season. We've had several Mifflin games, of course, several BC games here, but that's one of the things with high school football. And I think you can probably talk to some folks around Pennsylvania about how valuable it is to have a good option as a backup quarterback at any level. And there's a lot of times, whether it's college or the pros, there's a huge drop off when your QB2 comes in, but that is not the case for Governor Mifflin.
No, I think if anything, it's an advantage because it kind of gives Eden Johnson a blow because he plays. We've been talking about. I've called his number on defense several times, so I think that spelling him a little bit only keeps him fresh. Quite honestly, getting fewer hits throughout the season is going to make him obviously that much better when we get into very important November play.
No, we've seen some times where Ian Johnson has pulled the ball a lot and done things with his feet in the game, and I think he's only run it once so far tonight.
So first down there for Governor Mifflin. I tell you what, it's getting pretty heated out there, Cary. There's no love lost between these two teams, that's for sure.
No, there's not, and again, we've seen Mifflin several times this year, and we know that they are a very physical team, and that is whistle to whistle, again, from the first kickoff to the last play of the game.
So 1st and 10, Governor Mifflin. Right up the middle. Oh, my, that's Aiden Gallen. He's really looked good tonight.
No, and again, that's just another addition, that we kind of seen, with Gallum kind of come on as the season, after his first couple weeks and the season progressed, and again, with the talent you have in Nick Singleton, with Trey Rock at fullback now with Gallum as well, and any of the other guys, Eden Johnson, what he can do at quarterback, and Martin as well. They have a lot of choices.
McNeil hands the ball off. I think that was Gallen again. He didn't get much that time.
No, and that was a nice job by Berks Catholic. Nice job up front too. You look at you got 4 or 5 black jerseys there, kind of putting up that wall at the line of scrimmage. Earlier first quarter talked about a little bit the very aggressive nature of that Governor Mifflin offensive line, and kind of getting the lean and getting a lot of dry blocks upfield. But great job by the Berks Catholic defense on that one. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
So McNeil, that's Singleton. Wasn't quite sure there for a moment, but he's got the first down. Good off tackle play.
No, and again, that's one of those things, time and time again, we've seen things with, Singleton getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 yards, but we have not seen him break off any of his, long runs that we're accustomed to seeing so far tonight. 2:43 left here in the second quarter.
So Delson McNeil running the show for Governor Mifflin, number 8 there at quarterback. And that's Aiden Gallen, and he's free again into the secondary for another Governor Mifflin first down. Aiden Gallen.
No, and again, with Mifflin, we see Rock and Gallen pounding it between the tackles, over on the other side of the ball. We see Hughes doing that for BC, and both these teams well balanced. They have guys that can pound it between the tackles, guys that can get outside, off tackle, and on a night like this, having guys that can do that stuff with the conditions is a huge benefit.
McNeil to Singleton, and a nice tackle quickly in there was Trace Brown.
Yeah, and Trace Brown's one of those guys, talked about him a little bit earlier on. I know one of the games that we did earlier in the season he didn't play, but he is one of those guys that just sticks people, and he's been a consistent player, specifically on this defense for Berks Catholic the last couple of seasons.
So 2nd and 9, Singleton very close to a first down.
Number 10, Nick Singleton on the run for the Mustangs.
Oh my, getting chippy out there. Another flag, wow. I don't know what that was. Somebody said something wrong.
Yeah.
The proverbial offsetting unsportsmanlikes.
All right, so again, it's football is a very passionate game, but again, it's kind of the ultimate objective is to have that W at the end of the game. So at some point you gotta kind of get locked in and just keep it to between the whistles.
Yeah, actually, the one good thing, when the rain came, at least the wind died down. I was beginning to wonder whether the press box was going to hold up there for a while.
Again, on the drive-in, the American flags throughout town were just blowing straight across, but right now they're just kind of hanging down.
Oh, it's still free out there, and Berks Catholic's got it. That could be a great equalizer, Cary, if we get some of these fumbles like that.
No, we kind of seen it going the other way as more to Mifflin's advantage so far here in the first half, but that's a huge play for this Berks Catholic defense, keeping
by the Saints.
You
don't like being outside in the rain, do you?
Bruce has an offensive lineman for 14 years. I love the rain, but I'm trying to
broadcast the game.
And trying to protect the mic. I stick my head out and I get this big raindrop that comes down.
When I had that water dumped on me, But
anyway. See, it's situational and where you're at awareness there, Bruce.
Well, look, quite honestly, I stood in this press box the night before the Governor Mifflin Harrisburg game and said that weather is the great equalizer, and that Mifflin was going to, win that game. And lo and behold, I mean, it turned into a monsoon. Harrisburg didn't like it. That deep passing game of theirs didn't come around, and Mifflin won the game. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen here tonight, but, a few fumbles, a few turnovers. It's still, and look, Harrisburg was up 14-0 on Governor Mifflin. Governor Mifflin scored 33 straight points, but, we'll see what happens here.
No, and good point with it here as we're at 1:33 left here in the second quarter in this first half is we're at a 2-score game. Again, the penalty on the point after attempt, Governor Mifflin going for 2 on their second touchdown, not getting it. So, we're just sitting here at 13-0. I think it was huge. Berks Catholic defense coming up, forcing that turnover here, kept it from going to a 3-score game. So, equally important is Berks Catholic can, throw some points on the scoreboard here, going into half only down by 1 score, I think would be great situation for them.
Up the middle. I think that was Caccione. Down to about a minute 20. BC running out of time here if they want to get points on the board.
On the run for the Saints.
Clock running, a minute 10 until halftime. Berks Catholic doesn't seem to be in very much of a hurry here. They still got timeouts in their pocket.
Well, again, if you are going to try and get the ball in the air and take a shot here, you want to get in a situation where it's not going to.
You know who? Aiden Johnson with another huge lick. Wow.
Yeah, no. He can make his huddle highlights off of this game coming up and
laying the wood to that guy
and making those sticks. He's got a couple of hits here tonight that would be the ones you lead off your huddle highlight tape with.
Oh, clock running, under 30 seconds until half. Looks like Berks Catholic just gonna take it to halftime here. Yep, back to throw. Just gets rid of it.
Yeah.
That one didn't work out too well. Mifflin had the screen well covered. Gatz was just lucky to get that one away.
Yeah, and when you got the big O lineman out there, like, what are you doing? Why are you throwing that to me? Being out there at left tackle, I've had that. It's like, yeah, I'm the same color jersey, but no,
right.
I can't touch that.
It. Right, exactly. So 14 seconds left. Fourth down. They are going to kick it.
Yeah, again, when I was talking about that, about taking a shot, you want to put yourself in a situation where you're ending potentially ending the half here, giving the ball back to Mifflin, and with the conditions, don't really want to be in this put yourself in this position of punting this deep in your own end.
So Givens back to kick. I mean, you don't like to see these punting snaps in a monsoon, that's for sure. 14 seconds remaining. And he got it away and out of bounds. Wow, it's still going and out of bounds. Great kick under the circumstances.
No, great job. Again, just flipping the field, getting it across the 50. Not that, that makes a difference because Mifflin can, score in one play from 99 yards away if they, have to. But, again, just trying to get a little bit of breathing room for the defense was huge there.
They're always in scoring position with Nick Singleton. I mean, I saw him score from the 50 on the last play of a half against York High. So I guess we know who's getting the ball.
Yep. So it's either take a knee and go into the half up by the 2 scores, or hand one off and see if you can, see one of those very long runs that we're accustomed to seeing.
So Johnson in at quarterback. They actually give it to Gallen. And he's squirming. Oh, my. See, if he goes down, they get one more play. But Little rugby scrum going on.
Yeah, there was a whistle in there at one point. I don't know if you could hear it on the broadcast. So there were about 3 or more squirt outs of the ball and attempts to recover that after the initial whistles did blow.
Everybody's kind of milling around. I don't know. Is there a penalty? Looks like there is. Is it if it's a defensive penalty, could be an untimed down. Nope. Looks like it's going to be against Governor Mifflin. So that's going to end the first half. You're going to have to actually bend over. All right, as we get situated here, we're going to go to halftime. We can't possibly dry off, but anyway, halftime score 13-0, Governor Mifflin. Hey, we'll be back in a little while.
three halftime observations. Number one, there were casualties, and again, the flag right now is just kind of hanging down, but there were definitely high winds earlier, and those casualties I'm speaking of is a trash can full of umbrellas outside of the restroom.
Oh my God.
The second observation I made was they are killing it selling hot chocolate here tonight. I think everybody has it. And the third observation is this playing field and the surface is incredible. And again, we were here the first night that this new AstroTurf field was here. It rained all day that first game we were here, and it was incredible that night. But nobody was down on the field at halftime. Just kind of walked down there and was checking it out. The drainage is incredible. There's no squish. I mean, it's a fast surface. And again, we saw guys being able to plant and get upfield, get north and south on things. Again, I can't say enough about how incredible the playing surface is here at Berks Catholic. So again, my three halftime observations: lost a lot of umbrellas here early on at Berks Catholic. Hot chocolate is the top seller, no doubt, and the playing surface is incredible. So should have a fast field here for the second half, Bruce.
Yeah, 13-0 Governor Mifflin as we get started here. Berks Catholic, moved the ball pretty well on the ground against Governor Mifflin. Unfortunately, a turnover that, cost them. And then, that fourth down play, going into the end zone. I mean, they had it 4th down and 2 from the 5-yard line. Mifflin stopped them. I mean, those two items there, and this is a toss-up game.
Yeah, and again, still, it's we're sitting here at half, getting ready to start the the second half, and it's a 2-score game. It's 13-0. I saw again, I always try to gravitate to what's going on up front. Saw a lot of really dominant dry blocking early on for Governor Mifflin. That's kind of slowed down a little bit. Saw some surge in there from the guys up front for Berks Catholic. Again, I think one of the big takeaways is Nick Singleton's going to do Nick Singleton things. He scored the 2 touchdowns, but we've seen him pretty much contained. 10-12 yard gains has been the best. We haven't seen him break anything big, and nice kickoff return to start the game here earlier. With Tracy Brown for Berks Catholic. Let's see what Governor Mifflin will do with their first kickoff return of the night.
All right. Ready for the second half. Singleton deep. They try the onside kick. It didn't go 10 yards before they touched it. Ball didn't go 10 yards, so it's going to be Mifflin ball.
Yeah, I don't know, did the first guy or two there touch it or not? Then there was, regardless, it never made it quite 10. Wherever the touch was, it probably got about 9 yards. So,
yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be Governor Mifflin football. Ball's on the 46-yard line to start Cary. Good field position for the Mustangs. Eden Johnson, Aiden Gallen, and Johnson. Oh my, he's got a hole. Nice play there on first down.
No, we've seen this in spurts this season with Governor Mifflin, and again, I think in the first half maybe Eden Johnson kept it once. Was really just kind of handing off, but we see him start the second half here. With Eden Johnson. Keeping it. And again, we'll kind of see, we've seen different things, either Mifflin this year going by formation with things or kind of giving it to the hot hand or letting a guy take a series.
Always with a hot hand, it's Nick Singleton, and he kind of tripped himself up there, otherwise he was going.
Nick Singleton on the run for the Mustangs.
Now again, once he gets that second level and then gets into the secondary, usually that's the end of it. But again, have not seen him break one of the big ones tonight, but regardless, enough yards, first down, 1st and 10 here in the third quarter, 11-13 left to play. Governor Mifflin up 13-0 over Berks Catholic.
So Mifflin driving on their opening possession of this second half. 1st and 10 now, ball's on the 32. And Aiden Gallen free again and in for the score. Aiden Gallen, wow, he's had quite a night, Cary, at the fullback spot.
No, he has, and he's really kind of been the guy that's gotten the rock at fullback, no pun intended there. Of course, Trey Rock gets it as well, but Galvin's done a nice job in between the tackles and did a nice job getting north and south there, getting the first score of the second half. 10:52 left here in the third quarter, and it's made a 3-score game for Mifflin. See what they do. Again, their second PAT was unsuccessful, going for 2, which brought us a score of 13-0 at the end of the first half. See what they do on this one, going for 2.
I'm not a fan of coaches chasing points early in the game. I don't care whether they've missed a 2-pointer or not, but, it is what it is. And a flag. Yeah, not a big fan of chasing points, especially when you're up. Why are you chasing points when you're already ahead? I just don't get it, Cary. You're a coach, but I just don't get it. Maybe if you're behind, but why when you're ahead? I just don't get it.
Well, yeah, again, if you look at the conditions, Bruce, maybe it's a thing of, less chance for opportunity of anything going awry, with the, with the snap on a point after attempt, or just it's an opportunity here, work on something that you may need for a two-point play later in the playoffs.
So they're going to kick this one. Schools, did he get it through? He did. He slipped. He barely got the football, but he got it enough to get it through the goalpost. So 20-0 now.
Now, like one of your 9-iron chip shots there, Bruce, and again, 3-score game now. But one of the things coming into this game, again, both these teams are very successful year after year. The expectation, again, it's playing one game at a time, but the expectation always is to make a deep run in the playoffs, and having both of these teams, at the top of their brackets going in their respective divisions here in District 3 is, something that we're very accustomed to seeing. And again, of course, with Mifflin and, also Berks Catholic here, and then also, why I'm missing here in Berks County, really kind of in the driver's seat, heading into district playoffs.
If people could only see how we're broadcasting today. I'm sure they probably get it, but wow. A lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. So Schools now squibs it down. Trace Brown through his hands. That's back to Caccione, and he eludes a couple of tacklers. He's got some room. And out to about the 43-yard line. Wow.
Again, Caccione did a nice job getting north and south there. Some great jobs of holding some blocks here on special teams as well on that return for Berks Catholic. So, again, every drive coming up now is going to be important for Berks Catholic. Down, 3 scores here, 20-0 here in the third quarter. But this is a big drive for Berks Catholic to start to put something together and try and get some points on the board.
So that's Luke Hughes, and he's got a good tackle in there. Mike Rico, if I wasn't doing play-by-play on this broadcast, I would have asked for hot dogs and French fries too. I mean, that was a great request by Jake Latcham there to get to hot dogs, French fries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still doing public address too with a mouthful of food. That's quite a talent, buddy. Quite a talent.
Yeah, I've even foregone the Cheetos tonight to. Since I don't have the headset where I can flip it up. But, now we have the smell of French fries wafting through the press box.
Did you see that hit again by Eden Johnson? I mean, he is just like, did you see that?
Yeah, no, he's, like I said, he's got a lot of shots tonight they can lead off his huddle highlight tape with. 9:50 left here in the third quarter. Third down. Ball just a few inches short of midfield. Berks Catholic here. Big third down and about 3 for them on this drive.
So Gatz, he's going to throw the ball down, and it is thrown into double coverage and incomplete. I was talking a little bit about that at halftime, that it seems like, Berks Catholic's been running the football very effectively. So what do they do on these downs where they need like 2 yards? They throw it. I just don't get it.
Now, conditions, Bruce, too. It's like it's kind of died down as far as the rain goes. So, maybe it's the opportunity here of thinking if you can take a shot.
And that's a great punt. Confident. Oh, out of bounds at the 3. Incredible effort there. I tell you, great punting by Berks Catholic all night long.
No, seriously, Bruce, like you were talking about there, I mean, there were times just getting it out of their own end, flipping the field with it, but to kind of, hit that in the coffin corner down there, apropos for Halloween weekend. Well, I'm working all kinds of good stuff in your 9-iron chip shots, coffin corner on Halloween weekend, but no, it was a great job.
So Mifflin pinned way back. Looks like at about the 4-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. Usually this is Nick Singleton territory when they're on their own 4.
Yeah, kind of, try and get a little bit of breathing room at least. I think they'll bang the middle here.
And Johnson, he breaks it. And there he goes, Eden Johnson.
So again, not doing anything that it has too many moves there, pitches or anything like that. It's that bang the middle. Of course, Eden Johnson kept himself, and again, didn't see him really, doing a whole lot on the ground the first half. He's had, way more keeps here to start off the second half, but really kind of gets you a breathing room that you need. First down, and kind of open things up a little bit. So ball's on the left hash. The wide side is to the right. Maybe we'll see the pitch outside now, trying to get Singleton down the space.
So 8:50 to go here, quarter number 3. Mifflin on top, 20-0. And Gallen, he's hammered by Luke Hughes, the corresponding number 44 there for Berks Catholic.
No, and again, it's kind of one of the things I talked about. Really the Mifflin offensive line, I thought was kind of more on the dominating side earlier in the game, getting a lot of good dry blocks, getting guys downfield. But we've kind of seen a little bit of a shift here up front. With Berks Catholic doing a nice job of being very stalwart up front.
All right, so 2nd down and 8. Little stoppage and play out there, but actually it has, at least the rain has lightened up. It hasn't gone away, but at least it's somewhat bearable, especially for these announcers that have to stand outside in it to call football games.
Yeah, for those announcers that choose outside.
All right. 2nd and 8 now, Governor Mifflin, and a flag.
See, I think one of the things that you need to kind of talk about here, Bruce, is I do have a little bit of a height advantage on you, so I can just kind of shuffle around the back of the press box and still see over everybody. And
yeah, that's right. I mean, between you and I can't see over anybody here, so I have to stand outside in the rain rather than sit in the press box and call this game, and everybody's laughing at me because of that. I don't. Yes. Come on.
That's only because you're sitting down.
All right. 2nd and 8 now, Governor Mifflin. Johnson to Singleton. Nice tackle.
Again, great job by that.
That was Armistead in there again.
that Berks Catholic defense again. I don't know if we have an official stat on that. When the last time Singleton has gone and not broken off 25, 30, 50, 60 yarders. But the Berks Catholic defense has done a nice job tonight of not giving up the big play really to anybody on offense. Ian Johnson had a pretty decent run here so far in the second half, but they have not given up the big play.
Yeah, and that's a good credit there to Keith Leamer and this Berks Catholic defense. They're playing really solidly out here tonight. So Johnson, he's trying it himself up the middle and gets it up to about the 20 or the 39-yard line, but that's going to be a punting situation for Mifflin, according to the eliminated down marker.
Well, according to conventional wisdom on stuff. But it's always great. Like, we have to wait. How many games do we see who would ever be the Mifflin punter? But I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Bruce, and say they're not punting.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, I think we've only seen Mifflin punt about 3 times all year, so at least the first team anyway.
Yeah.
So they're going for it. 4th down here on their own side of the field. They give it to who else? Nick Singleton, and he's got the first down.
No, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier there. Again, they're bang in the middle, but, getting that breathing room, being able to do that, just getting that pitch out to Nick and, over right tackle and, getting the first down. And we do have a BC player down.
No, as you pointed out, Cary, I mean, this Berks Catholic defense has really kept the big play, down for Governor Mifflin. There's been a couple good runs. Aiden Gallen's touchdown run was probably the biggest play for Mifflin so far. But overall, Berks Catholic has played their assignments. They've kept everybody in front of them, and they kept everybody inside. And so we've got 5:56 here remaining in quarter number 3, but Mifflin is in control of this game, 20-0. All right, back to live action. 1st and 10, Governor Mifflin. Ball's on the 40, on their own 46-yard line. Eden Johnson calling signals for the Mustang and gives it to Nick Singleton, who pounds it ahead for about 5. I think Governor Mifflin right now is kind of in pound mode. I think that they're going to be pretty satisfied just to kind of hand it off and take it up the middle and salt this one away.
Yeah, that's one of the things I talk about. Of course, anytime you can get Nick Singleton in space, whether it's getting him out, with a pass or getting him out in space, getting him off tackle, running, those plays to the sideline. But, he is big, fast, and strong, and he can pound between the tackles, too.
And they're going to throw the ball, but Johnson tucks it and runs with it, and he's still going for the first down. See, I mean, I know Governor Mifflin like a T. I tell you that they're just going to, sit down and pound it, and what do? They throw it. So I know him to the T.
Yeah, and one of the things you talked about, though, too, kind of looking at the first half and not really having Eden Johnson run the ball a lot. I mean, you're looking ahead here with the playoffs coming up, too. It's like at some point, obviously you're not going to need that to win the game for you right here. So conditions, everything else, maybe kind of cut back on, your quarterback running.
Aiden Gallen running hard again, and he won't go down. Look at Aiden Gallen. Wow. His best game of the year, clearly.
No, and again, we've seen him incorporate it in, get more touches, and
Number 19, Isaac Machado, and number 20, Trace Brown.
Yeah.
So first down, Governor Mifflin, ball on about the 30, quickly up to the line. They give it to Gallen again, and he's stopped.
Backfield by number 71, Jacob Colasso.
So Mifflin quickly, just 4 seconds remaining in the quarter, and here's Johnson. He's still, and he follows a football, and Berks Catholic's got it. Just what we talked about, Cary. I mean, these weather conditions being a great equalizer, that fumble, and Berks Catholic has got it back.
No, and again,
fumble recovered by number 3, Marvin Armistead.
Kind of getting deeper into the third quarter here. Still, plenty of time left, plenty of opportunities, and again, with the conditions the way they are, again, the field surface is great, but still hanging on to the ball is another whole piece of this.
So trying for that extra yardage, not a benefit there for Johnson as he fumbles it away. Berks Catholic now with 3:55 remaining here in quarter number 3. Albeit at their 12-yard line, has the ball back, and they fumble it right back to Governor Mifflin. Oh, my! Oh!
By the Mustangs, number 61, Henry Arias Hernandez.
Wow, unbelievable.
Okay, so picking up right where we were.
Exactly right. 2 plays later, it's the same yardage.
So it's a 1st and 10, and inside the 10. So this is a 1st and goal situation. Ball right around the 8. 3:50 left here in the third quarter.
Delson McNeil in at quarterback, hands to Nick Singleton, and he, pirouettes into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, he just ran through about 3 tackles and just high-stepped it while he was spinning into the end zone, Cary.
4th trip to the end zone tonight for Governor Mifflin. 3 of those have been by Nick Singleton, their first 2 scores, and now this one. So 3:44 left here in the third quarter, and it's going to make this a 4-score game.
So it looks like Mifflin going for 2, chasing points while they're ahead. And McNeil's got it. And I guess I get your point, Cary, that it's probably easier to run it in rather than, to go through the snap and everything else. I mean, that ball's awful slippery. And now Mifflin up 28-0. But like I said, it's not just that. Teams, I can't believe teams, when they're ahead, even though they miss an extra point, then they try and get that point back. I mean, in big games I've seen it, rear its ugly head. A couple games I've been watching down in Philadelphia. Actually, a couple weeks ago with St. Joe Prep playing Archbishop Wood. I just, I don't know. Somebody, let me know why when you're ahead in a football game that you chase points after you've missed an extra point by going for 2. I just don't get it. But
You're really stuck on this, aren't you, Bruce?
I got to get on my soapbox a little bit in these games. I mean, especially when it's 28-0, right? So 28-0, Governor Mifflin. 3:44 remaining in quarter number 3.
Just kind of checking out some of the changing conditions here, Bruce. So
Offsides there.
it's not the first time that we've seen Mifflin's do an onside kick. Again, we've seen that completed successfully. So earlier season, of Exeter, and I think we're starting to see the wind pick up just a little bit more now.
Yeah, it's funny when the rain picked up, the wind dropped down. Now with the rain dropping down, the wind's picking up. So
just can't have nice things, Bruce. You can't have it.
Can't have it. That's right. Not tonight, anyway. I mean, look, I think we're getting paid back for 9 weeks of great weather. So let's just hope that it's nice in November. So Jackson Schools. Oh, nice one there. Oh, it's bobbled. Oh, Mifflin had their chances. So Berks Catholic somehow hangs on to that football, and they'll have the football at about their 42-yard line. We've got 3:41 to go here in quarter number 3 with Mifflin up 28-0.
So again, kind of one of the things that we've been talking about through the season. Again, we've been able to get down, do some the broadcast down in the Lancaster Lebanon League in Section 1 is the merging of these Berks County teams with Lancaster or the Lancaster Lebanon League next year. And yeah, I'll let you say your thing about Eaton.
That's the quarterback who's hitting the hardest for Governor Mifflin tonight, and he just forced a fumble. I don't know what's gotten into him tonight, but he is just hitting as hard as I've seen him hit all year.
Well, again, I kind of talked about a little bit earlier, Bruce, too. I don't think anybody's worried to be getting beat over the top tonight, and he's screaming down and coming down hard, with those tackles. So it's when you can get that head of steam and just reckless abandon running downhill like that, you're going to see those hits.
And that's a safety. That's not a linebacker hitting like that. So J.J. Jordan, who actually run the ball very well tonight, he just hasn't had enough touches.
No, that's one thing again. Really, we saw some good plays from Jordan early, in this game and throughout the season. But we definitely seen Hughes probably getting the lion's share of the carries, Caccione as well. But Jordan does have those big play capabilities.
So Berks Catholic now 3rd and 8, balls on their own 44-yard line, trying to get something going here with about 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. And Caccione's got some room. Looks like he's got the first down.
Caccione on the run for the Saints. Pushed out of bounds by number 35, Aiden Martin.
Nice job getting upfield there, getting around the corner, getting the first down. Aiden Martin for Mifflin getting the push out of bounds. But regardless, Berks Catholic flipping the field here on the other side of the 50 going in. 1st and 10 with 1:55 left here in the third quarter.
So Gatz now under center. And inside, that's Jordan. Just like I talked about, Cary, they needed to get him the ball more, and another good run by J.J. Jordan.
Well, if he's got the hot hand here on this series, kind of let him keep run the rock until they can stop him. But again, another first down. Great job, with the misdirection there coming back this way by Berks Catholic. So 1st and 10 going in. Ball's about the 36, I believe.
This is an awful lot of fun, kind of standing up and running around. And while we're doing the broadcast here, even though I'm soaking wet, it's been actually a lot of fun kind of walking around.
No, it's all good. And, we've always, just embrace the elements wherever we've been at, whatever the conditions were. And, we just have a lot of fun being able to be out here and, bring you these high school games here in Pennsylvania and kind of, on the tail end of the regular season here, getting ready for, playoffs to start ramping up. And, Bruce, it just seems like this season kind of flew by for us.
Oh, I can't believe how fast it's gone. It just seems like yesterday when we were, broadcasting our first game of the year, and then look at the highlights that we've had. Gosh, we were able to do Wilson, Governor Mifflin, Harrisburg, Governor Mifflin. Look, Penn Manor Wilson was a very, big game. Berks Catholic here. I mean, we've done some great regular season games, and you know what? We're going to have a lot more because we're going to be doing actually 2 playoff games per week on SSP Network. We've got a crew over doing the Hempfield Penn Manor game today.
Yeah, no, and you kind of talked about that Penn Manor team. They had a really nice start to the season, being successful, and then and we kind of talked about that with Wilson. I don't think we really got a good true look at what the Wilson team looked like early on with some injuries up front. Having some different guys that weren't available at different times early on, but they kind of turned things around. And again, in that series with Wilson and Penn Manor has never beaten them. Thought maybe this was going to be the year. We were down there for that, and that was not the case. Wilson came out on top, and Wilson's been kind of making a nice run, ever since that game. So. End of the third quarter here, Berks Catholic, and again ready to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great job by our show producer here, Brett Moyer. He's had the easy job tonight. He's just been standing in front there, But a lot of good points by Brett tonight. Definitely a big contributor to the broadcast, keeping me in line, number one. Number two, telling me what I should and shouldn't be saying related to strategy. So,
yeah, now he's got a real high football IQ, and again, if you ever get anybody riled up, having the him as a bodyguard for you always helps too, Bruce.
Yeah, kind of crazy here tonight for sure. In and out of the press box. Thanks to all our friends here at Berks Catholic for putting up with us tonight. No,
is that really an
people have only been throwing up
Bruce,
in their mouth, not on the floor, when they
it?
hear me do the play-by-play. So
Yeah, it's a you thing. Yeah, I'm Mr. Chill. Bruce, but that's what makes it work. We've been having a lot of fun doing this for years.
It's all about fun, Look, we're fans first, and we're just happy, We seem like, we've got a lot of fans that enjoy it. Double reverse here now for Caccione. And he's going inside the 5.
And Caccione had some really nice runs, getting outside earlier in the game in the first half, and they're just coming up short. But 11:50 left here, fourth quarter, and Berks Catholic in a great position here. First and goal with the ball at the 5. Let's see if they can get this one in.
Berks Catholic, another good chance here. Let's see if they can punch it in. That's Caccione, Jordan. Wow, pulled down by Tyler Minnick. That doesn't happen very often. So, second and goal. Berks Catholic trying to get in the end zone. They've been in this position before, Cary, just couldn't cash in.
Well, so about 2nd and 1 from the 1.
And Luke Hughes, punches it in for the touchdown.
Nice job by Hughes punching that in for Berks Catholic, and Hughes has really had just a real grinded out kind of night, workhorse for Berks Catholic, and gets Berks Catholic onto the board here in the fourth quarter with 10:53 left.
I tell you what, if you're in the 4A bracket, there is no way in the world you're even interested in going near Berks Catholic. I mean, really good football team out there. And the extra point is no good.
Okay, so brings the score 28-7 here in the fourth quarter. Berks Catholic, and Bruce, you were talking about that. And again, it's if you're just a casual fan or you're somebody from out Western PA and you kind of take a look at just what's on paper with Berks Catholic, that certainly doesn't tell the whole story. And again, we've done so many broadcasts here of the games, the knock them down, drag them outs with the Central Dolphins. We talked about McDonough. We talked about the Malvern Preps coming in, playing Harrisburg. So if you just look at what's on paper, but it's like there are times that Berks Catholic has losses during the regular seasons, but they are playing big time programs, 5A schools, 6A schools that are and what they're doing here tonight, let's put it in perspective with the weather. But Mifflin's pretty much hung 50 points on everybody they played. A lot of times, they're going in the halftime, in the 40s.
Harrisburg and Berks Catholic here within 21 points, and really had other opportunities that they couldn't take advantage of. So I'm telling you what, I'm not anybody who wants anything to do with Berks Catholic in the 4A bracket in this district.
And again, it's just going to be exciting for Berks County here, with the last year, the Berks County League, before merging with Lancaster Lebanon League, with this 5A team, with Governor Mifflin and what they're going to do. Berks Catholic, of course, we got two of the top teams here in Berks County on the field tonight. And then also, just right across the way with Wyomissing. So, really, it's kind of, when you think about it, Bruce, like here within 2-3 miles tops, you've got Governor Mifflin, you have Berks Catholic, and you have Wyomissing, and they're all sitting at in the driver's seat in District 3 in their respective classes.
Yeah, I talked a little bit on my Fresh Set of Down show that this week that I just wanted someone. I was driving to the gym the other day, and I'm going what would be a really good thing is to actually just show people how long it takes for me to get from my house to the A field at Wyo and how I go. I mean, it's 2 minutes right through neighborhoods. To get to Berks Catholic, about the same. Governor Mifflin's even less. Yeah. But we do have a lot of great football here. Just don't forget, too, about Twin Valley, who's got an opportunity to make the postseason. Wilson's going to be in. So little angst and anxiety over at Exeter. I know they were looking for that forfeit, from the Daniel Boone game. Of course, that's a traditional game each year for the Pig Iron Trophy, and I think it's been determined that game is going to be a no contest. So again, Exeter was hoping to for a forfeit situation. Daniel Boone hasn't played the last 2 weeks now. Again, having issues. And they might get in the playoffs now. Wow.
Issues navigating the pandemic down there at Boone. So.
Yeah, incredible that we have that many Berks League teams, and they're going to do well. These teams are all going to do well. Johnson now, that's Gallen. He's just been incredible all night and keeps going. With those big guys bound between the tackles, we've seen it on both sides of the ball with Hughes, for Berks Catholic, and Gallen, for Governor Mifflin, but Isaac Batarda there with the tackle for Berks Catholic was his dad was talking to him down at halftime, catching up a little bit, and talk about paying dividends. If Aiden Gallen can look that good at the fullback position, and then Trape Rock just play defense, wow, that's a big plus for Governor Mifflin. And here's Johnson looking for something along the sidelines.
Yeah, no, and again, Mifflin with a lot of what they do, and again, you can see a lot of looks out of them, and we haven't really seen anything as far as them spreading guys out tonight here to throw the ball, but just with what they do with misdirection, what they kind of do with sometimes that triple option look with the fullback dive, is quarterback going to keep it or pitch it out, and so again, they can really spread the ball around when they want to. But again, I know you're all wound about chasing points, but for me, it's kind of like keep your quarterback healthy with the playoffs coming up and not running them.
And Singleton, he's got the first down.
Nick Singleton on the run for the Mustangs.
Yeah, of course, you talk to these guys as players.
First down. Sorry.
Whether it's the the last quarter of the regular season, halfway through the season, the beginning of the season, these guys all want to touch the ball every time. 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, under 9 now, 8:56. 28-7, Mifflin on top. Third and 2 from
Johnson
the 14.
calling signals. Gallen is gonna score! Aiden Gallen,
Mustangs is on a touchdown.
untouched almost into the end zone. Mifflin now up 34-7, Cary. Well, they've looked good with him inside.
No, and again, with the conditions tonight, teams keeping the ball on the ground, and now we have, multiple touchdown games for Mifflin here with both Nick Singleton and Gallen.
School's almost fanned on it, but he got it through. 45-7, Cary. 8:36 remaining. Very impressive drive there for Mifflin. Right up the middle, very high percentage. And, boy, that's just what the doctor ordered. Aiden Gallen having a great game at fullback tonight for Governor Mifflin. Just another weapon in the arsenal. So 8:36 to go here. Mifflin up 35-7. And it looks like they're playing for the onside kick. I guess it's good practice for Mifflin. I mean, so Jackson Schools, let's see what he does this time, Cary. And away we go. Schools to the ball. And squibs it right into the arms of the up man there for Berks Catholic. And good field position there at the 45-yard line. You know, that's tough. I mean, that's going to be tough when you get into November and you're playing tough teams and you give them that kind of, field position off the kickoff.
No, and that's something we kind of talked about. With Mifflin throughout the season too. They're usually very good with the special teams part of it. But again, it is 1/3 of the game, and I think we've seen that really kind of be a difference maker at times. Especially when you get into the postseason.
Well, looks like we're the lost and found again, Cary. So Berks Catholic, here's Caccione around the end. He's hemmed in, reverses his field, and doesn't get much. I tell you what, that Mifflin sidelines, I mean, they're still all fired up.
Yeah, they are start to finish. I talked about that earlier. Very passionate, and from the first kickoff to the last snap of the game, they are always very passionate. Again, that was your guy there, Ian Johnson, with the big hit for Mifflin.
So 2nd and 12, ball's on the 42-yard line now of Berks Catholic. Winding it down here, 7:50 to go. Mifflin on top, 35-7. Caccione, nope, that's J.J. Jordan, and there he goes on the sideline. Wow, a couple of high step moves a la Walter Payton there.
You said I get one of your Bears references in there, didn't you, Bruce? But no, again, great job. And but looking at 1st and 10, ball about the 26 here, 7:27 left in the fourth quarter.
So Berks Catholic, let's see if they can cash in on this one again. Luke Hughes up the middle. Trey Rock with the tackle.
Hughes up the middle, stopped by number 2, Trey Rock.
Hughes has played a good game inside there, Cary. He's knocked some heads in there. So 2nd and about 5 or 6 here. Ball's on the 32-yard line. Down to 6:45 remaining here. And there's Jordan. They've got him in space. And he's bulldogged down there by Aiden Martin.
Run for the Saints, stopped by number 35, Aiden Martin.
Berks Catholic not in a big hurry here as the clock winds down on this one. So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 15-yard line. Gats to Caccione. He's hemmed in, cuts back. Wow. Boy, touchdown saving tackle there by Aiden Martin. Beautiful cutback there by Caccione.
No, great job by Caccione there, and looks like we have a player down for Mifflin. $35-7 here in the fourth quarter. 6:01 left.
So 6:01 remaining. Berks Catholic in another scoring opportunity. Gats. Around the end, that's Caccione's hit hard. Trey Rock, I believe, with that stop. Hey, Mifflin's been out there really hitting, and but Berks Catholic been taking it and keeps on coming, Cary.
No, and again, Trey Rock, one of the top linebackers in the area, if not the state, and making some big stops down here, with their backs up against the wall. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1 now. Caccione's got the first down as he get in the end zone. So this is the 3rd time that Berks Catholic's been inside the Mifflin 5. Only 7 points to show for it.
And rain seems to be slowing down a little bit, but it's definitely, the wind is picking up. American flag blowing straight across here now.
All I know is my hands are freezing.
We got to get you some mittens, Bruce.
Gats. And that's Caccione off tackle and into the end zone for the touchdown. Christian Caccione takes it in from 5 yards. Got to be something about that.
Great job by Caccione and Berks Catholic offense there. Punching that in, and
so 35-13 now. Mifflin in front. 4:44 remaining. I think just an awfully good game for Mifflin in preparation for their postseason. Tough matchup. Hard-hitting game. One that they really had to play well at. I mean, they were pressed all game long here by Berks Catholic. They had to come up and make some big plays on defense as well as offense. And, the kind of game that they're definitely going to face next month, that's for sure, Cary.
No, and again, I think one of the big things over the course of this game so far is just how the Berks Catholic defense has really kept this high-power Mifflin offense in check.
And trying for the 2 almost.
Again, little
incomplete.
Seen a few little mishandling problems here. So that was one of those fire calls.
Director of Berks Catholic really done a great job here. Did everything he could to try and get us outside tonight, but I think after 3 canopies got broken in half and blown away, they decided that, we try and cram into the press box, which I think was the best idea. .444 left, Cary. I'm looking at this chair outside here. It's just like overflowing with water. I almost sat in it.
Yeah, and you don't have your Gordon's fisherman pants on, Bruce. That could have kind of been
no, don't have that. Well, that would be the I don't know, just the bad look, going home after sitting in a puddle of water. So, all right, 35-13 now. Berks Catholic obviously going to try and do the onside kick. And it's handled by Mifflin. Been trading onside kicks all night.
Yep. 4:44 left here in the fourth. Governor Mifflin on top. Again, both these teams, very storied programs, always hard-nosed, hard-hitting teams, and again, you play them one game at a time. But for both of these teams, the expectation is to make a deep run in the playoffs. And of course, last year Governor Mifflin came up just short, and I know the expectation is to go all the way this year.
Still got Nick Singleton in there, and he's got a good run on first down.
The Mustangs. Number 11, Christian Cascioni.
Well,
4:27
some
left.
flag came flying in. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of the back and forth and some of the chippiness, as you called it earlier, Bruce, has kind of subsided here. I hope we can just finish it out. Hard-nosed, tough football and keep it clean here the rest of the way out. But looks like a second down, and we'll see which way the ball goes here.
Nice to see you outside, man.
Yeah, just kind of been walking around, doing my thing.
Out on the deck here outside the press box. More for the fact that I was soaked to the skin to be comfortable about now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's still raining, but it's definitely slowed down. But it does seem like the wind's picking up. It's kind of blowing.
So Delson McNeil in at quarterback. Looks like that's Aiden Gallen and Nick Singleton in the backfield. And McNeil, wow, look at this kid go. Look at Delson McNeil. One man to beat, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 44 yards. Another one of those weapons for Governor Mifflin, Cary.
No, and again, you always expect Nick Singleton to usually have multi touchdown games, but again, seeing just different guys here again tonight for Governor Mifflin get on the scoreboard, and they're certainly not just a one pony show here. They've got a lot of young men that are very successful on this offensive side of the ball when they get the touches and getting the TDs for Mifflin. So.
And Schools hasn't hit it solidly, but he's gotten it through.
No, again,
Extra point is good.
getting it through is all that counts.
3:55 to go, 42-13, Cary.
No, so again, a lot of the starters, still obviously playing in this game for Mifflin now, and again. Up into the 40s, and we're used to seeing them, usually hanging, 50 or more on opponents. So a little maybe unconventional, because we usually see a lot of points early, see a lot of the younger guys from Mifflin getting playing time, later into the game. But starters again in there.
Yeah, and one thing I want to remind fans is that SSP Network going to continue on in the postseason. We've got a lot of Berks teams. As long as we can stream games, we're going to be streaming them in the postseason. So just keep following us, Cary Moyer, Bruce Badgley, at Premium Sports, EasternPAFootball.com. We'll have a lot of information on the games that we'll be covering, and we've got plenty of them, Cary, don't we?
We do, and I guess we'll have to see how the brackets shake out and see exactly the matchups. But I think we kind of know where we'll be, for some of the weeks coming up here.
So here's Jordan now, but he's had some big games. It's been a shame that, quite honestly, maybe give him a few more touches. I mean, every time he's gotten in the open field, he's made some yardage.
No, he has, and
Stewart.
again, three guys that really kind of got the touches and stood out here, tonight for Berks Catholic on offense. With Jordan and of course Caccione and his touchdown there. Again, the fullback play that we've seen from both sides.
I'll tell you what, I mean, this Berks Catholic team, they are going to be one tough out in the postseason. That is for sure.
Yeah, again, as I said earlier, for the, somebody maybe from out in Western PA just picking up, and taking a look at, where the records are and things like that. You really got to, do a little bit of homework on Berks Catholic to know that, some of the teams that they have losses to are teams like this, the number 1 5A team in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I tell you what, and we've been talking about a good test for Governor Mifflin tonight. Hey, I think this is a great tune-up for Berks Catholic. I mean, they're going to go out there facing a team like Governor Mifflin, and next week going out there against another 4A opponent. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't face Conrad Weiser in the first round. So it could be very interesting. And look, there's another Berks team that nobody's really been talking about that's had a great year. It's Conrad Weiser. Logan Klitsch just had a tremendous career over there at the Conrad Weiser. It's going to be great if we have opportunity to do some of their postseason games.
Nice, pitch and catch combination there with Klitsch and Feliciano as a wide receiver. Those, those two guys. I know we've got to see them live a couple times, through the last couple seasons, and just to kind of watch them get to the point where they're at now with their senior seasons. A lot of success for both of those young men.
Yeah, going to be very interesting. The postseason there, a little miscue in the backfield and caught behind the line there with Jordan. But I look for a really tremendous postseason. I think we've got as wide open. Hey, Bill, how are you, man? What were you doing out there? You're staying dry, Bill and us here. Staying dry. I didn't even see you go up there.
2:40 left here in the fourth quarter.
The canopy, huh? Bill Hess, good friend of us here, guy that actually gave us our start here with Berks Catholic and streaming games. What was that, about 4 or 5 years ago now, Cary?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mike Rico there, public address announcer, nodding his head yes. So, but yeah, postseason is really going to be something special this year, especially for Berks League. And in the final year of the Berks League, probably one of its best showings ever in qualifying teams for district championships.
Yeah, again, when you look at what's coming up, and you have three teams, kind of at the in the driver's seat, up at the top of the brackets, with this Berks Catholic team here, and of course, Governor Mifflin and also Wyomissing.
Another nice kick. That's Johnson. Just won't go down. So Governor Mifflin, the ball back, leading 42-13. 2 minutes and change left in this one.
No, it's definitely a great job punting all night. Great job by Bradley there with the the tackle out in space on that, and almost down to 2 minutes, 2:06 left here in the fourth quarter. 42-13, Mifflin on top of Berks Catholic.
So it looks like Governor Mifflin's got the second teamers in there, or no? That's still Nick Singleton, the tailback. And right up the middle there, Aiden Gallen. Man, he has been a load inside all night.
Yeah, no, Gallen's definitely come into his own here tonight, and has been a major contributor here on offense for Governor Mifflin, and really pounded between the tackles for them all night long.
Winding it down to about a minute and a half left, Cary. Governor Mifflin on their way to a win here at Berks Catholic. Winding it down. Looks like that's Delson McNeil in at quarterback. Gives it to Gallen. And they've just got, I think, Nick Singleton in there just as a decoy. And a first down for Mifflin. Stops the clock.
Wind definitely whipping up. Again, it's kind of getting the way it was kind of walking into the game here.
Just tremendous that we got the game in. I mean, there was some stuff going on this afternoon where this game might have been in jeopardy with that wind.
I know we're kind of back and forth a little bit this afternoon, and at the day job, I know we lost power, and network was down, so definitely a lot of issues in the area, a lot of down branches.
And looks like we're in victory formation for Governor Mifflin. I think that is the last snap of the game, and it is. Governor Mifflin wins this one. Oh, looks like they've got to stab it one more time. No, I guess not. Almost got pummeled by somebody coming out of the coach's box, but that's okay. Defensive coordinator Keith Lemer almost landed right on my head, but that's okay. That does it. Governor Mifflin finishes an undefeated regular season, winning this game 42-13. Cary, I'm going to see if we can get this camera to turn around for us here. So if you want to talk.
The Governor Mifflin players, coaches, cheerleaders, and fans for winning the 2021 BCIAA Section 1.
And we're back. Hey, here we go, Cary. For posterity, I just wanted people to see what we went through tonight here in this press box. But we had a great time. Obviously we went through some really adverse conditions, but we got it in, which I think was very important because, the one thing that the teams didn't want to have to do is, change that playoff, format and get one less day to prepare for an opponent. What do you think?
No, and definitely. I know, kind of looking around, seeing some of the teams that were, potentially postponing games until tomorrow. Some of them were switching locations. This was, definitely great for both of these squads to be able to get in tonight, and with getting ready to look at, where things are heading with, the playoffs here in District 3.
Yeah, both teams out there shaking hands. All I can say is that two very good teams out on the field tonight that are really going to make some noise, in the postseason. What do you think?
No, definitely. And again, kind of talked about throughout the broadcast, again, Berks Catholic, the losses they do have this season are against, big time opponents like this with Governor Mifflin, again, number 1 5A team in the state. We talked about, just right across the way here, with Wyomissing and what they're looking to do. But I think definitely what everybody's looking at is, with Governor Mifflin coming up just short, last year, are these guys going to make a run, stay undefeated, and make it all the way through and be the 5A champion here in Pennsylvania? I think that's really the thing that everybody's looking at, and I know that's the expectation. I know we'll kind of be following them through with their playoff journey, and excited for all three of these schools, all the schools that are going to make it here from Berks County. But again, I think really Governor Mifflin is the story that everybody's going to be watching.
Yeah, I do too. So anyway, hey, listen, thanks for sticking with us here tonight. Thanks to our buddy Brett Moyer, who decided to hide just when we try and introduce him here. But anyway, look for us this postseason, gang. This week, we'll start to break out the teams and the games that we're going to be streaming for you here on SSP Network. We're going to have 2 games per week, so it should be a lot of fun, man. I mean, we're not sure where we're going to go, but we're going to be somewhere. So for my buddy Cary Moyer, hey, I'm Bruce Badgley. Thank you so very much for joining us here as Governor Mifflin wins it 42-13 over Berks.